That's called the Bachelor. The Bachelor meal.
Easy
What's
to
that?
make and so delicious.
What?
Chicken cutlets and some rice-a-roni.
Girl, do you know, I don't want to sound like an idiot, but do you know how hard it is to make pasta?
It's
Do you know
very easy.
so many steps involved. The other night I was like, you know what? I am tired of like microwaving frozen bullshit. Let me make something. So first of all, it took me 45 minutes to boil the fucking water. Then you got to put the pasta in. Then you got to wait for it and like
And you got to put
spin
some salt in the water so that the pasta don't stick.
Girl.
Why did it take you so long to boil water?
I don't know. Maybe because I'm at a higher altitude. I actually couldn't figure it out. But I was like,
If you throw a little bit of salt in the water, it helps the water to boil faster.
I was like, my God. So 45 minutes to boil and then 15 minutes to like cook it. And then you got to do like the sauce separately. Meanwhile, it's an hour later and I'm fucking starving.
You don't remember the Puerto Rican jamboree that we made in your apartment?
Honey, the tuna Mexicorn cheddar cheese jamboree. Yes, I do, girl. Honey,
that tuna Mexicali corn shit was famous.
That's my signature dish, honey. Mm-hmm. Yes. But you know what else is good? Do you know what Irish butter? Do you know what Irish butter? You take Irish butter and you just sprinkle brown sugar on it and eat it.
What makes it Irish butter?
A leprechaun jerks off on a plate and then you get it. No, I don't know. It's called like Kerrygold or something. Hello, viewers. Welcome to Homework Pandemic Edition Part 2. I am Mike Diamond.
Hey, kids. This is Miss Matinga.
And this is Booby.
That's right. We are coming to. I'm coming to you from a bomb shelter underground somewhere.
I'm coming to you from Villa Matinga in Brooklyn.
Sí, pero.
And I'm coming from St. Petersburg.
St. Petersburg.
Florida.
In Florida, yeah.
Y'all thought she was calling from Russia for 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we decided to do another episode of Pandemic Edition Homework because everyone's trapped at home and you're a captive audience and you're not going anywhere. And, you know, so I thought what we could do is have a sort of a show and tell. Just to kick things off. Oh, honey, I said show and tell, not show and know.
No show and smell.
Oh, she's giving it, girl.
Oh, my
Yo, that's like The Last Jedi when Luke Skywalker drinks the green milk out of that creature. Yeah.
You can't take your eyes away from the screen.
Yeah.
But you want to. You just can't.
Mama, you know I'm live streaming this, right?
Oh, please.
Lies.
Please, I'm about to show you my butthole.
Ooh.
After 35 years of friendship. my tawny butthole.
Tawny.
That's going to be my new drag name.
Drag name, Tawny Butthole.
Miss Tawny Butthole.
You're a scrawny butthole, girl. So here
That's my daughter, my gay daughter.
This is week 10,000 of the global pandemic. Booby, how are you holding up?
I'm holding up really well.
Are you?
Yeah.
Could you sound less real?
I'm holding up well. I'm planting lots of plants and keeping busy with my Xbox. So, hello, Xbox. Hello.
Oh, I thought you meant your ex, who has a very tight box.
Yes. Yeah, your mess box.
Get out of this.
Oh, Chadzia. Speaking of.
You can edit that, can't you?
No. So I thought, hey.
I like your current man. I liked your ex-man too, but I love your current man.
You know what? New topic. Let's talk about Booby's exes.
Oh, yes.
There's so many.
Let's do it.
Yes, like that summer you dated Kevin Aviance.
Who?
Kevin Aviance.
Exactly.
Dated Kevin Aviance.
And you munched that manky, wet, massive trade.
Crunchy.
That crunchy trade while he did a drag number.
Yes. Goldfinger.
Huh. Trust.
I guess I could tell the story about when Kevin punched me in the eye on stage.
Oh, like it wasn't on purpose.
She says it was an accident. Okay, so viewers, back in the day I was doing a drags show and me and Kevin were doing Enough is Enough and I was doing Barbara, racial profiling. And, it's a big number and Kevin's a big girl and we're on stage and at one point Kevin flings his arm out dramatically and bitch socked me right in the eye and my wig went askew. But I'm a professional, honey. I made sure to finish the number. I made sure everybody got paid. I never get on a stage with that hoe again.
So
And Kevin, if you're watching this,
that's why.
that's why.
Shade.
Learn it.
Shade.
I was like, enough is enough.
Where was that? That was actually a cute little space.
Champs.
Champs.
Remember Champs? Yeah.
Yes.
That was the bomb. Nothing to do with Booby's exes. Do you know Booby? Of course, you know who my favorite ex of yours is.
Bam Bam.
Miss Bam Bam.
Bam Bam. Bam Bam.
Whose real name is Eric. Also, should have been mine. Just gonna put it out there, girl. Should have been mine.
Should have, but wasn't.
But wasn't.
That's right. But wasn't, dear.
But wasn't.
But wasn't.
But life turned out okay for him. So that's
Bam Bam, but wasn't was his
Bam
drag
Bam.
name.
You remember what did we call his place in New Jersey? Lurlane Lane.
Lurlane Lane.
Lurlane Lane. Ooh,
Blame it on Lurlane.
honey.
I
Didn't
remember
we go there with Revlon and
Julio Alvarado.
Who ended up sitting in the car crying on mescaline?
Ralph?
Wait a minute. Was that Ralph and not Julio?
Yes, Chanel knows him very well because Chanel was there too.
Yeah.
Wait a
And
minute.
We were walking around the pool, kiki
Yes.
on mescaline.
For like 2 hours.
Yeah, just like
no,
walking
but-
around the pool.
No, but what started it was me and Miss Revlon were doing like this little ditty. And we were doing this little ditty where we would like do this little dance around the pool and then do like these funny little hops. And then we were doing that for like an hour and then you joined in.
Yes.
And then we wouldn't drop it. And then at the same time we were goofing on, hi, my name is Lorraine.
Right.
And I'm from Lorraine, Texas. And I could have sworn that it was Julio Alvarado, but it wasn't Ralph.
It was Ralph.
That was there, and he got
Ralph.
upset. And he was like,
Thin
"You guys
Ralph.
just keep on fucking with me with Lorraine. I think you guys are trying to make fun of me."
He did not find it funny. He did not find it amusing. He sat in that car
Crying.
crying.
I think that was really just from being awake for 20 hours on
She
all
was
kinds of-
hot.
She was
Girl, we were entertaining.
Yeah.
Honey. I mean, did we talk about Lorraine for like 6 hours? Probably.
I found a card from Bam Bam saying thank you for coming all the way out to Lurlane Lane.
Oh
Honestly,
my God.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know how I saved all this stuff, but I did.
And his tough but sweet 3-legged, was it a pit?
I thought you were going to talk about Patty and Diane.
No.
3-legged Patty.
He had like a 3-legged dog.
Did he?
And the dog would jump in the pool, and Honey had some sharp nails.
The only dog I saw him with was Miss Booby.
Trust. And it was like a
Watch it.
bulldog, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe.
Remember?
Yeah.
Who remembers?
Honey, that was a tough. And then I remember I was tripping face,
Mhm.
and you were like, Miss Matinga, let's watch She Devil with Roseanne.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, trying to watch She Devil, I can't make out what was happening in this movie. You were living. Like,
Yeah.
you were like, oh, this is the funniest thing ever. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck is going on in this movie. There's this ugly, mean lady. She's got a mole. She's
Yeah.
acting crazy. I don't know what's going on. Dude, I didn't catch the plot of that movie, and we watched the whole thing until maybe 15 years later when I watched it again. I want to say that all these, like, torrid mescaline stories happened in the late 80s and the early 90s, by the way.
Yes.
Oh, I
It's
wouldn't
not
take
like-
mescaline now if you paid me. But I
Yeah.
would microdose on mushrooms. That I would do.
You've been talking about that.
I would do that.
I'm afraid that you would like get naked and run out into the woods and like try and like call the corners or something.
You know I did a spell the other day.
Did you?
Honey, I called the corners. I had butterfly wings and a feather and an apple, and I lit a candle, bitch, and I made shit happen.
What were you trying to make happen?
Cause a global pandemic.
Well, it works.
It worked, girl. So my thought was, we can move on from Booby's ex-boyfriends, much like Booby did.
I will say that Miss Chadzia is a fabulous person, and we all love him in this
I
group.
love
Yes.
my Chad.
Yes. He's down there somewhere, yes?
Yeah, he's no
up
Bob.
there.
And we love Miss Bob. But Miss Bob,
Miss Bob,
you know, Miss Bob is in the scene right now.
Daddy Bob,
Yeah, right now, darling.
Miss Daddy Bob.
Yes.
So my thought was, let's do something old, something new, something borrowed, something boo, to give the audience a chance to get to know Miss Booby a little bit better. So to that end,
So my something boo story.
oh, you're starting
Uh,
backwards.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But Miss Boo, I want you to tell it. But if it's too hot,
If it's too hot,
then,
I'll tell it.
then we don't have to tell it. But I was kind of hoping you would tell the story because I love this story where the dude picked you up in drag and then you stole all the coke
in South Beach.
In South Beach, and then like you ordered coke, and then you
Good
dashed.
times.
And then
Well, I'll do a quick summary of it.
Okay, so but you have to start with why you were in drag.
Yeah,
Right.
why were you in drag, Miss Booby, and where
It
were
was
you?
Halloween. We were doing the Supremes, me and two other drag queens.
Who?
I'm not going to mention their names.
Why not?
Because they may be watching this, and I just don't want to do that. I don't want to.
None of our close friends watch Homework. It's really
You'd be
all
shocked.
for some reason.
So we do the Supremes. We travel the club scenes and enter contests and have a good time. And we end up in this bar. At this point, I've forgotten
what were you wearing? Were you Diana?
A
Or were
red
you
velvet.
were you Cindy Birdsong?
I was
Who were you,
Flo.
girl? You were Cindy
You were
Birdsong.
Flo,
I was
the
Flo.
fat one.
Okay.
But I was thin. Trust.
She's thin.
And it was a red velvet. I was thin, and I was wearing a red velvet gown, slit up the crotch. It was fabulous, like stiletto pumps, and I had partaken of every substance from A to Z, so that by the time 4 o'clock came in the morning, and this was an after hours bar, and it was happening, I was gone, and I said, "Girl, I'm going to go change into a boy and go pick up some tray." I told this to my roommate.
As if you could.
Yeah.
Yes.
And have every night of that time period.
Once again, this time period was like probably the early 90s. We're
Right.
all clean and sober at
Right.
this point.
Right.
But why couldn't you pick up some tray dressed as, Cindy Birdsong like you were?
It was just not happening. I wouldn't pick up quality.
Oh,
Quality.
okay, got it right.
So I stumble out the back alley, falling over garbage cans, just being a mess, and get to Washington Avenue. And remind you, I'm in stiletto pumps. Get to Washington Avenue, and this Jeep goes by with these two lovely boys driving, and the guy in the passenger seat closest to me says, "What's up? What's your name, baby?" And I was like, "Nilda." And he laughed and just kept. And the driver continued driving. They drove about 2 blocks, dropped off the passenger, and then made a quick U-turn, and came in. He told me, "Listen, I'm partying. You want to hang?" I was like, "All right."
You're in full yags.
Full yags, and I'm thinking, and I don't know if he knows. I'm assuming he knows.
Oh, my God, girl, please.
Because
Girl, he knows.
You can't tell, Miss Mary.
Oh, please.
Because you feel that you were unspookable in a red velvet gown at 4 in the morning.
On a Halloween night.
And a little frosted, like blonde bob, probably.
Saying, "All right."
Those big old feet, girl. Were you even wearing shoes at that point?
You're afraid he couldn't tell you were on food stamps.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Are you done?
Yeah, okay, we're done, girl.
So I get in the car. He drives me all the way to his apartment down on 1st and Ocean. We get into his house, and it's white. White couches, white carpet, white walls. It's lovely. And he pulls out, to keep with the theme, a big old Ziploc baggie full of white cocaine.
Hallelujah.
White cocaine.
Yes.
And we proceed to carry, and then he gets butt naked, and he gets on all fours and puts his booty up in my face and says, "Eat it."
Eat it.
And out of his butthole comes 5 tentacles of hemorrhoids.
Y'all's lying.
I wish I was. And hold on while I put my microphone down so I can give you the effect.
Oh.
Yeah.
They were enormous. I'd never seen anything like that. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know that could happen to a person.
But now, mind you, he was a hot guy.
He was lovely. He was a lovely little Italian guy with 5'3" or 4.
So he was cute in the face, cephalopod in the waist.
In the waist.
Yeah. Okay.
And do you?
So I was
eat
like,
it?
you know what? I need a bump.
Oh, she didn't say no. She didn't say no, though. She
Yeah.
just said she needs a bump.
Right.
I'm
to
gonna
deal,
need
to
yeah.
just to deal with what am I seeing?
a big
You know?
bump.
Like, and before you know it, it's all gone.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are carrying.
So he sees that he's not getting anywhere with me. You know, I had pulled off the duct tape and was getting ready. But
Yeah.
at this point, I was like putting back on the duct tape. I was like,
Yes.
you know, dress comes down, and he realizes that the services are gone, and so he writes out a check for I think $700. I don't know how much it was for, and he says, "Bring this downstairs." Now, just you know, I'm in full on drag. My wig is like this.
Right. Not looking
No.
so pretty at this
Not
point.
looking so pretty. It's 9 a.m. on a Monday.
You probably didn't start out all that hot. Let's be honest.
Hey. So I go downstairs. I put on my heels. I grab my purse. I go downstairs, fix the wig, try and like.
Oh, because he sends you down to get
he sends
more.
me down to pick up the package
Pick up
of
the
more
extra.
services.
Yes. Yeah. So that you guys can finish up.
Right, and hopefully I will be more turned on and then deal with his cephalopod.
Yes.
And I go outside, and there's this Rasta guy, and he's laughing. He sees me, he's laughing. He hands me a brown paper bag. I hand him the check. He dashes. I walk inside to the lobby like as if I'm going to go upstairs. Watch him go and race out the door.
You diva.
Yes.
I ditch, and I raced home.
Now, mind you, you hadn't given this guy a telephone number.
No,
or,
nothing. No,
nothing.
nothing.
And you're also up in drags.
So
Yeah,
he didn't
looking
know what you
quite
look
fierce.
like. Oh,
What?
you must look very fierce. So he didn't know what you look like. He didn't know who you were or where you live.
Exactly. And that day, I walked the dog 20,000 times. I cleaned the apartment. I danced with my roommate. I did all this stuff.
So you
following
dash,
day-
and it's a lot of coke. You
It's-
dash,
it's-
and you share it with your roommate.
It's substantial, yeah. So the next day I go to work, and it's lunchtime, and I go to Burger King on Lincoln Road and Collins Avenue, and who's standing right behind me but Mr. Octopus.
Oh.
He doesn't know who I am or anything. He doesn't, he just completely doesn't know anything. And I'm just standing there gasping like, oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Good times. Good times.
But you got away with it, and that's the important part.
You got away with it. Lovely. He could not tell who you were. This is the folly of youth.
20-something.
What did his tentacles taste like, girl? Were they like spicy?
Minty and yet banana-like.
That is rough. That's one of my favorite
And
all-time
he would
stories
work
of yours.
out at our gym, and he would wear spandex, and every once in a while you'd see it trying to press against when he would do his squats, pressing against. And I mean, again, good-looking guy, but surprise.
Girl, what was he doing down there? Those South Beach queens
They
too.
tore him up.
Yeah, they tore him up. Lovely. There's also, I've heard tell of an actual tale of someone that we know who will remain nameless, but who went to bed after getting fucked lovely and then woke up with an appendage coming out of the bottom of his shorts.
What? Who? What?
Miss Booby. You'll bleep out the name. That Eric it happened to.
Oh my God, I don't know the specifics of the story, but it
But
sounds very familiar.
And that he had a foot-long tail coming out, and they had to go to the emergency room.
So
and he was just like, he just got up to use the bathroom and was just like, yeah, la 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 la. And I think Craig was like, dude, something is really fucking wrong.
He had pink sock lollipop?
He had the pink sock lollipop. It had
Oh,
fallen out. He had prolapse of the rectata.
And that was a regular occurrence, I've got to say. That happened to him quite every other, I shouldn't say every other month, maybe twice a year it would happen, and he would have to get corrective surgery to fix it because he was
a chronic prolapser.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But the thing is because there are queens out there that will prolapse the rosebud, but it goes back in. His would come out and it wouldn't go back in.
Nope.
I was trying to keep this,
for families.
I'm trying to
keep
gay
families,
family friendly, classy. Trying to keep
classy.
Trying to keep this
Girl,
legit. Too legit to quit. Come
we
on,
ain't
y'all.
never kept this classy.
But what's this got to
Honey.
do with a pandemic and surviving a pandemic?
I thought we were
Borrowed,
just
something borrowed.
We were right. Borrowed, like you said, something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. So his pink sock was actually blue, from what I
Oh,
gather. Came out blue from lack of oxygen.
the blue sock lollipop.
These are things that happen. These are
Not,
things that happen out there
I
in the
guess,
world.
yeah, no, they do. And, but our medical services are so stressed right now. There's no time
Yeah.
for prolapsing, guys. Please stay at home.
Don't prolapse unless
Keep
you
it
can. Unless you
in.
can keep it in, guys.
Yeah. Do
Keep
your
it in
part.
if you can.
Slow the spread. Keep your prolapse inside. Yeah.
That's right.
Okay, so Matinga, do something. What else have you got? Something borrowed?
Oh no! I mean, I didn't know what to grab, so I just thought what do you call that when you would go to school and you would bring in
Never.
something?
An education?
Yes.
Show and
A
tell.
show and tell. So today for show and tell, I just brought, because you spring this on us like right before we start shooting. So I just grabbed this off the wall just to show it to the kids. It's one of my prized possessions, and it does have an interesting story. So this
Oh.
is the grand prize trophy for David Ian Extravaganza of the House of Extravaganza's War Ball. That's grand prize, darling, right there, grand prize. And these were given to all grand prize winners at the Extravaganza War Ball at Sound Factory. Sound Factory is such an important place to all three of us, such an important place to all our youth. And mind you, I did not win the grand prize that night, but I came in second. It came down to me and a gentleman named Jose Revlon, who very deservedly won. Although I did turn it out, and it's up in the air as to who really should have won. But I think we both gave it a valiant effort.
Not that you're holding a grudge 30 years later.
I'm not, actually. I'm not. I'm honestly not. Jose is incredible. And I eventually still around, still an incredible voguer. Eventually, after him and I having this legendary rivalry where we would battle each other every week at Sound Factory, set the dance floor alight, eventually, once after one of many, many battles, she just walked up to me and she was like, "Girl, why don't you just join the House of Revlons, be done with this?" And that's how I became a Revlon. So what happened, though, this is so special to me, this particular trophy, even though I didn't win the grand prize, I met David Ian that night. He became one of my closest friends. And I loved Ian, and his mentorship and auspices and friendship and protection just meant so much to me. And many months after the ball, we were hanging out, and he came out of the bedroom and gave this to me. And he says, it really should have been a draw that night. It should have been, a draw, and, he gets the money, you get the trophy. The trophy.
There was money?
Yeah, I think there was a grand prize of some kind, something like $500 or something. But he says it really should have been something like that, and I kind of regret that didn't happen. So I still had one of these lying around, and she gave it to me. And she says, because, it's one of my favorite things, one of my most important possessions.
Well, you should be very proud of that.
Yeah, and it was also an outcropping of our friendship, and he believed it too. Like, he believed in my talent, and I became a way better voguer after that particular ball. That ball is online. My YouTube, Miss Matinga, most of it is there. It's absolutely legendary. I don't say that to pat myself in the back. And it was a legendary battle.
We'll put a link to it in the description below. But
the enduring gift of that particular night was his friendship. But I also want to say, it came down to me and him, and the whole room is screaming our names, and it was really incredible. And Jose and Tatiana were there. They had just come back from touring with Madonna, and it was this whole big thing. And so me and Chanel, Kid Riffalato, did ecstasy that night. It sounds like we were doing a lot of drugs back then, because we were.
Because we were.
And yeah, and I turned the ball on its ear, and I met Pepper LaBeija, and I met Dorian Corey, and I got all this love, and people asked me to be in their houses. It was all crazy. And then me and Miss Chanel walked around the entire night. I mean, literally until maybe 9 a.m. We walked the East Village, we walked the West Village, we hung out on the piers, and we just chilled out and walked around. And it was a great night. And I remember walking down Christopher Street and people recognizing me just from the night before and saying, "That's that queen, that Battle Stiffy, that's that queen." And just both of us like being so proud of the House of Goonies. And then we both took little pumpkin gourds and threw them into the Hudson as some type of brujeria, but I don't remember exactly what.
Good.
And that's my story.
I love it.
Oh,
That's a great story.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic story. So is that the category? Category is borrowed
Right.
or old?
Something old.
Something old. Okay. Okay.
And do you have anything you'd like to share? I've noticed that the kids were digging the scribbles, the mescaline scribbles.
I didn't go through the archives this go round, although good Lord, there are archives. So for my something old, I'm going to read a very brief passage from the book, I Am Not Ashamed by Barbara Payton.
Hello.
Okay. She was an actress. Google
Did you have
her.
to rebuy that book? Because didn't you?
No. So this was a gift from my sister, Bobby Linda.
Yes.
That's how she wants to be known now, by the way. Okay. I'm just going to read you a brief selection from this old book. I try to light a cigarette and the flame is 3 inches to the left or right of the end of my cigarette. It's hard for me to focus. Someone said it's from drinking too much wine, but it happens when I'm not drinking too. I like the Negro race because lately they're the only ones who appreciate my blonde beauty, or what I have left of it. White men don't seem to go for me anymore. In time, I believe the Negro will inherit the earth. Selected passage from I Am Not Ashamed by Barbara Payton.
She needed to be ashamed. That bitch needs some shame. Now, she was a B-movie actress.
Yeah, she was in one big thing with James Cagney, which it's escaping me. Kiss Me Goodbye, Kiss Tomorrow Goodbye. She was like hot for a second, and then she went downhill but quick and got arrested for sleeping on a park bench on Sunset Boulevard and naked except for a fur coat.
Honey, haven't we all?
Haven't we? I was about
On
to
that
say.
same bench, honey, trust.
With the same coat.
The same coat.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. So that's my something old. Miss Booby, what you got that's old? I mean, aside from your husband.
Well, I'm gonna do something real quick. I'm gonna.
Oh, what? What's happening?
He's going to put something on, I bet you.
Yes.
She's going
This
to put
is
on that
something-
wig that she wore when she stole the Coke.
He's going to put on that jacket that, oh!
That's very Star Wars.
Yes.
I fucking love that.
It was. I got this at Star Wars Land in Disney. It's not the Rebellion. It's
the Empire. Or
the Empire.
No, not the Empire.
The First Order.
The First Order.
First Order.
Yeah.
Catch it.
Yes.
It is so you.
Yeah.
I love it. Bob thinks it's ridiculous, but I love it.
I like the one that you bought at Diagon Alley a little bit more. The Russian hat.
Yes.
Oh, that hat looks so good. Do you
I
still
should
have it?
Yes.
I like the
It
Star
looks
Wars
so
hat.
good on you.
Miss Booby, you're serving First Order. Matinga, you're serving First Hoarder. So there's a lot going on.
Oh, trust.
Yeah, that was a good one, Miss Booby.
Thank you.
I love it. You also remind me of that chick that does movie reviews because she was wearing that hat.
Oh, Jenny Nicholson.
Jenny Nicholson. She's so good.
She's so
awesome.
good.
You know what I thought you were going to wear, Booby? The beautiful lace jacket that Miss Ian made for you. Do you still have that?
I don't.
Oh, I mean, at this
Kills
point,
me.
It's 30 years ago. I mean, how long is something supposed to last?
Yeah.
I still got the gold and
Cat
the blue the gold and the blue catsuits.
Oh my God.
For the next show, I will wear that gold catsuit.
I think you
Wear a
should.
catsuit, girl.
I'm going to wear that gold cat and look like a fat Oscar.
A fusker.
A Fosker.
And so something new, this was easy for me. Something new, my something new is a plant, and I'll show it. This is this is a syngonium called Neon Robusta. She's new. She cost me $5. I love her. And that's how I am occupying myself during this.
She's very vaginal.
Is she very vaginal, Cream
She's
Davis?
very, what is she called again?
Neon Robusta.
Neon Robusta Labiosa.
Yes.
I got one.
I actually split it in two already. I put the other half in a terrarium. And that's part of how I'm getting through this lockdown orders, fucking around with my plants.
So your plants are beautiful. Somebody said in the comments that it looks like somebody's grandmother's bedroom with all the plants.
Oh.
And that my bedroom looks like the stock room at Hot Topics. But I've got one more old thing to show you. So aside from myself, this is not the first, because the very first one I gave to Michael, to destroy for a project. And you did destroy it quite completely. But this is the second wig that I ever bought for drag. And to do drag. And now, mind you, I bought this wig on 34th Street in 1994, maybe. 1994. The first one was a jet black Janet Jackson control wig that you took for one of your shoots.
I chopped it up for some reason.
Chopped it up.
Yeah.
And then this one was a honey blonde.
Honey blonde.
Honey blonde. I'm going to put it on. Just bear with me a second.
Okay. Okay, girl, get it together. Category is 30-year-old wig. Honey blonde, 30-year-old wig.
Keeping it cast.
On a 70-year-old faggot. Oh, she's so cast, girl. Yes. Oh.
You kind of look like Joe Exotic.
You know,
Matinga,
they can't see you unless you're speaking. They can't see you unless you're speaking. Maybe it's for the best. No, girl, you got to talk. You got to talk.
Yes, can you hear me? Yes. I can't hear you, but can you hear me?
Yeah, Matinga, you have to keep speaking or you're not going to be on camera. So you keep talking and doing your thing.
Okay, so I put on my wig, okay, and now I'm on camera. And I got to say that a little moisturizing spray, some dry shampoo, and like some hot curlers, I would make this go. Honey, I would make this look brand new. I was so careful with my wigs.
Right.
And look at those highlights. Look at those highlights. This thing is in decent shape.
She is.
Right? This could be my boy look. This could totally be my boy look.
It could. But you're not watching, neither one of you are watching Tiger King, correct?
I'm not. Do I look like who is it? Joe Exotic?
Joe Exotic. That's exactly who you look like right now. Except you need what do you call it? Like a pencil thin mustache that goes down to a goatee.
Manu Interiami, the original Icheb, is online right now, like saying if anyone is to portray Joe Exotic, it must be me. And they look very similar.
Girl, Miss Manu got issues. And secondly, just want to say, I'm loving this look, but Puerto Rican girls cannot have blonde ambition.
No, unfortunately. I was hoping it would look a little cuter, but no.
I mean, do you know what you look like? Do you remember when Zsa Zsa Gabor's adult daughter went crazy and was living in her car before she died?
Yes.
No shade.
None.
But that's what it's giving me.
Like, aren't I giving you like Janet Jackson in what's that? Is that
Love Will Never Do?
Love Will Never Do.
Oh, honey, trust me, that will never do.
And so this wig is older than some of the people I actually know in my life. Several of my coworkers, this wig is older than them.
I think that was an actually fantastic thing to pull out. That was fantastic.
And
I was very thrilled, very surprised. You guys had like surprise props and things. That's fantastic. I got nothing. Who wants to see my pussy?
Show it. You know what? I always knew you had a black pussy.
Also, I want to take this moment to say, viewers, that we have finally set up a Venmo. If you want to send us a tip,
Yes, ma'am.
our Venmo is Workshop, WERQSHOP. So it's at WERQSHOP. We also set up a Patreon, but I haven't figured that shit out yet. So, if you want to send us a tip, feel free, because, gotta get
pay
more
for the
hormones and the microphones.
Gotta get a hormone.
Yeah.
How do you make a hormone?
Gotta
Kick her
get
in
a
the
hormone.
cunt. Something old, something new, something borrowed.
What's blue?
Oh, no, it was What's Boo.
Oh, what's boo?
But I think we covered that.
I think we
We
covered
covered
that.
what's boo.
I mean, I had another What's Boo story, but we're going to save that for another time, because it's pretty choice. And I think that the audience did get a little sample of what Miss
Taste.
Booby Von Trapp is all about.
Yes, I think so.
Yes, and they're loving you, Booby. I just love that.
And I'm loving that they're loving me.
Yes.
Well,
I love you all for loving me. So, hey, kids, you're nasty. Wash your balls. Wash your hands. Self-isolate. But don't isolate your minds and your hearts and your bodies and your souls. Get out there on the phone or on Skype. Talk to your peeps. I don't know where this is going.
Get out there on the phone.
Get out there on the
Skype.
phone.
No, the message is don't get out there. Stay home.
Do you realize? Oh wait,
No, go ahead, bring it.
No, bring it.
Do you
bring it.
realize that people are carrying on Grindr and Scruff?
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time.
Somebody
Once
was
again.
telling me some story, and I won't get into it, but I mean, I'm carrying group scenes are happening now.
Yep.
Considering what we're going through in this pandemic, there are still group scenes and carrying with the services and that kind of stuff.
Well, the story I told during last week's episode is
Right.
true, is completely true. And because I had been on Aspigs, just perusing and looking at people's.
God.
But remember, I told that story the last
Right.
time. So
Right.
I was on Aspig, and I was opening up people's profiles and looking at what they were interested in and looking for. But because I did that, they can tell that I looked at their profile. So all those profiles that I opened, I checked Aspigs today, and a bunch of them sent me messages that very same night. Oh, you up? Because it was like 4 a.m. Oh, you up? Party with a T, da 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 da. I'm here, gaping, open, just open the door. Yeah, da 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 da. And at least 6 messages.
That's amazing.
And then today, when I was checking it, I was like, let me just see who happens to be on Aspigs at noon on a fucking, what is today?
I know.
Saturday.
What day is it, right? I have no idea.
Saturday.
Oh, well, I guess noon on a Saturday, people would generally
That's
be on
normal.
Aspigs, but yeah, people are out there carrying, child. They're out there.
And to be fair, if you're looking at it the way they're looking at it, or many are looking at it, it's the end. This is the end of the way of something. Whether it, the way the world was going before the pandemic, however you want to look at it, there are a lot of people who have that mentality that this is, an ending of some sort. And so why not?
People get nihilist. Yeah, I think people get a little...
crazy. People were getting crazy beforehand, before this. But now this is giving people an opportunity to say, you know what?
Listen, I love sex. And I have had a very voracious sex life. And I have my little pals, on my little websites and stuff. And me, the type of sex that I'm into,
God, please, I'm begging you.
There's so
please.
much depth, and you really get in there into into the músculo, into the depths of somebody's and right now, I don't want to suck on somebody's lower intestine.
Not right now.
Not right now.
Check with you in
Not
2
at the
weeks.
moment.
We'll see where you're at.
Right. Listen, I have no problem getting to the rose bush and doing stuff to it and kissing it and just holding it like a baby,
Right. Like
but
an aborted fetus.
Yeah. And but no, Not right now, honey.
No, we have
Michael,
to have.
Michael,
Oh!
Michael has slipped off the bed. He's so
Look,
disgusted.
no. I say, let's talk about pussy. Let's talk about pussy. Ooh.
Ooh.
These guys usually call it their pussy.
Hey, Miss Beauty, she said. Well, you know what though? I actually did get an invite to a Zoom sex party.
What's that?
A webcam sex party, which of course I didn't do, but
But that's a lot safer than an actual physical party.
Yeah, but I'm also like not into just visuals.
Right.
I mean,
You
yeah,
wanna
like
feel
like a,
flesh.
like a jerk off thing. Nah. I'd rather talk about Star Trek. Hey, listen, this is Miss Matinga sitting here, you know, on the outskirts of Brooklyn, gasping, playing with a wig. That's it, kids.
This is Booby saying goodbye.
till next time. Till next
Till
time.
next time. No, because it's so vital.
Till
Jeez.
next time.
If there is a next time. Viewers, thank you for tuning in. I am Mike Diamond from a secure, undisclosed location somewhere in the Northern Hemisphere. Learn it.
Learn it.
Mwah.
Man, that was a sloppy ending, don't you think?
But we ended like 5 times. You find something.
I
Do you
guess.
want to try something a little tighter?
How many
Watch
dates
this.
have I heard that on?
Okay, let's what's with it. You want to do it one more time?
Yeah, let's do it. Okay.
All right, my children. That is episode 2, pandemic edition of Homework. This is Miss Matinga.
This is Mike Diamond.
And this is Booby.
Bye.
Bye-bye. It's been a sheer pleasure learning.
Ooh, you sound so sour. Girl, you sound sour.
Catch these faces.
Those catch it. Rather catch the coronavirus in those faces.
Learn it.
Ms. Matinga, I want to point out if you're not making sound, we can't see you.
Good. Who wants to see my face like this?
Trust.
I know the camera's on me.
Yeah, but if you're not making sound, you're not the focal
I know.
point.
I have to make the sounds. I know.
Right.
Yeah. Well,
You just want me to make sounds during my ugly face.
you have another face?
Yeah.
Learn it. That's the end.